Hello everyone, and welcome to Criterion Connection. I'm Wade.
And I'm Joe.
And today is a Wade pick, and you know it's a Wade pick because it's a John Waters film.
Yep.
Yep, and whenever I told Joe, here's my pick, and Joe's like, I just see this collective sigh inside him, just like...
This is the movie on the border of when I start liking John Waters.
Oh, okay.
This is that bridge between old John Waters movies I don't like, see Multiple Maniacs, and then like into the ones I start liking, like Hairspray. And
yeah. Well, it breaks big, pretty much.
Yeah.
This is also a movie that's coming out this month on Criterion on Blu-ray and DVD, so go check that out if we do buy, rent, or skip, of course. But, yeah, so let's talk about 1981 Polyester by John Waters. I almost said John Candy. Would be
totally been wrong on a couple levels.
It stars Divine, of course.
Yeah.
This is when he had Divine. And
still a bunch of Dreamlanders in there.
Dreamlanders. Tab Hunter is in it.
Yeah, from he did something in the 50s, and I don't remember what it was. He was like a sitcom actor back then. But yeah, so Tab Hunter, he's not really a star. He does get top billing though.
But yeah, they got him, and it's about this housewife, Divine, who has...
It's Divine is like the most sympathetic character that I think Divine's ever played.
Yeah, also, we forgot to mention this is on Odorvision.
Odorama.
Odorama, sorry.
Odorama.
It's Odorama. They have to tell you this. And I kind of hope that... I didn't do enough research to know if they actually did that.
Yeah, I think they actually did.
Oh my god.
But here's the best part. Do you think the Criterion collection version's going to have a sniff card?
Oh my god, Criterion, I hope he did that. If not,
Just
re-release
saying.
it. Just kidding. Yeah, so...
This is actually the last one that had the odor, like the scratch and sniff along with the movie until Spy Kids 4D. Fun fact for you.
So, Robert Rodriguez ripped off John Waters.
Yeah.
Sure. So that's the thing we
makes sense, actually.
That's the thing we get to start with, and then we have, Divine, who has like this weird overreaction to smells.
She has like a superpower with smells.
Yeah, and it's just never. It's not really a super established. She has it.
Yeah, you just know she's super sensitive to smells.
If I didn't read the summary, I would have no clue that she had like a condition or whatever.
Well, she literally sniffs like half her time on screen.
So she's married to Elmer Fishpaw. So her name is Francine Fishpaw, which I kind of like is the song, the main theme, Polyester, sung by Tab Hunter. It's like, it's made for this movie. So, Francine and stuff like that. I like that. Nice little touch to it. I love how her family is a bunch of nutcases. Like, the fact that Divine, you said she is the most sympathetic, she's the most grounded character in the movie, which in his past movies, she's not really the most grounded. I mean, you could tell at the dinner scene where Elmer's just like this cranky old man. You have Dexter, who is just a foot-stomping nutcase.
I feel like this is where we start diverging in our opinion.
And then and then you have the daughter, Lulu, who's just like dressed like Olivia Newton-John from Grease at the end.
Constantly dancing.
I feel like they are referencing Sandy from Grease when they do that.
I don't know.
But yeah, they're all over animated, but like Divine is like kind of like she's overacting a little bit, but
Divine is the most normal person.
Yes, until like near the end when she goes to a mental breakdown, and then the color scheme just turns to like greens and blues when she's drinking the juice.
That I liked.
Yeah.
I will say that in that sequence when she starts tunneling down into alcoholism. Yeah. I really loved the different lighting and like the really experimental stuff John Waters is doing to get that point. You can tell like that might have a couple of those might have influenced a little bit of Fear and Loathing.
Yeah.
Like just that lighting style.
So she's married to Elmer Fishpaul, and Elmer Fishpaul
he owns a porno theater.
Which, funny enough, is the Charles Art Theater, which is still around, and I go to frequently.
Yeah.
Very nice place. If you're in Baltimore, go to the Charles Theater.
Not a porn.
It's not. It's not
a porn theater.
And when
we should point that out.
When they said we have someone asking. Like, is that the Charles Theater? And then, like, there's someone on scene asking, trying to get an interview, and everyone's going out to, like, no interview. And I'm like, that's stuff at the Charles Theater. Those are the doors and everything. It was so interesting. And you see stuff like, discount pharmacy.
And that's the thing. For us, there's an added pleasure because we know all these places.
I know that place.
Like, the fact that they're from Overly.
Yeah.
Like, all that stuff.
And then there's... So, Elmer Fishpaul, they're under scrutiny because it's a porn place. And... he's also kind of cheating on... No, he's definitely not kind of...
I don't think he's kind of cheating. I think they make it very clear.
She's cheating. He's cheating on her with Mink Stole, who has...
She's like those cornrow braids.
But also, she's also friends with Cuddles, right? Or is it Bubbles?
Well, Divine's friends with Miss Cuddles.
Cuddles, who was a houseworker, and she inherited a fortune.
Because one of the families she used to clean the house for, they left they left everything to her. So now she's rich and has a driver.
Oh, Hines.
Hines and Miss Cuddles are like the best characters.
Thank you. They're the best couple. Spoiler, they get together.
And I just love Hines.
Magical.
Like, Hines is such a trooper.
Yeah.
And, like... does everything that he can to help anybody out. Like, he's one of the nicest people.
So I say that because she catches Elmer and girl.
Sandra,
that's her name. And catches them, and she calls
motel.
Divine, and she says the best line ever. And I wrote it down. I gotta say, give it justice.
Played by Edie Massey.
Edie Massey, who's
one of the Dreamlanders.
Classic Dreamlander.
Yeah. She was in so many John Waters movies.
Anyway, I can't find it exactly, but she says, I thought he was walking a dog. Turns out it was his date.
Yeah.
And you're just like, that line's great. Also, there's another great, like, little sub-joke. Like, I think it's like a small joke that maybe I only got, and maybe it's not an intended joke, is when there's laying in bed, he's trying to see what, like, I want footage of me. He's watching the news.
Yeah.
And they're talking about the Baltimore Stomper.
Yeah.
And he's like, where's my footage? Where's my footage? And I'm like, is that supposed to be a joke? Because stomping feet and footage, Also, spoiler, the Baltimore Stomper is, unsurprisingly, the son who masturbates the feet.
Yeah.
Also, we gotta talk about Bobo.
Okay.
I love how they established that Bobo is gonna be this tough guy. It's gonna be a big crawl in Divine's paw and stuff like that. And they get in the car, he's with Bobo, and stuff like that. And then they start hitting people with brooms. And then that one, I guess she was wearing like church clothes, or she was like part of the choir or whatever. She hijacks the bus, chases him down, and then beats him up within like the first 5 minutes of you knowing Bobo. Yeah. And also, Bobo looks like a combination of like Sid Vicious and Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
And so that's great. So it just kind of culminates to where she finds out, she goes into a downward spiral. Also, we have to mention the mother.
Yeah, her mother.
When the mother comes in, I love the music they play. It's like this kind of like sinister, like horror movie music when the mother comes in. Yeah. And she plays a big part.
Yeah. Immediately steals money from her daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, then everything starts turning out good. She meets Tab Hunter. Which was Todd Tomorrow.
Todd Tomorrow.
Yeah,
I own the Edmonton Drive-In.
Yeah, and he's just like...
That's not there anymore. Don't worry about it.
He seems like this relationship's going really quick. And everything starts turning up, like her daughter's reformed, her son's reformed from prison.
I am rehabilitated, Mom.
Yeah. So everything's going well, and then of course it doesn't. And of course, Elmer gets all jealous, and the insanity ensues. This movie kind of felt like a Tron movie, and the characters are so wacky.
Yeah, the writing too.
Yeah.
And I have to believe that it's on purpose, but that writing is so like stilted and it's so just kind of exposition like heavy. It was real hard to get into this movie, Wade.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah, this movie felt about as long as Yee.
It yeah, that's true. It did feel long. Yeah. I'll say it's you can see where he's going with, like, after this he'll go and do, you know, other movies like Hairspray and stuff like that.
Well,
this is like the totem pole between trash independent and doing Hollywood things.
I'll point out.
I mean, they have a bunch of Odorama.
There isn't any like super disgusting things in this movie, like there are in like Pink Flamingos and
the butthole.
Yeah, but it still doesn't jive with me, man. Like, it really doesn't. And I get it's supposed to be like a satirical black comedy.
Oh yeah, especially when they deal with like the abortion things and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just
Anonymous.
It's so like over the top to try and point out how kind of dumb that stuff is, and it just it's 75 minutes of that for the most part, and it's just I can't stick with it that long. I will say Hines and Cuddles are two of the best characters in my opinion.
Yeah.
But like this isn't where I start liking John Waters films. But it's definitely like a step in that direction. And I did catch the Douglas Sirk kind of homage might be a bit heavy of a word, but the high melodrama and the color palette is very Douglas Sirk.
Yeah.
And it just kind of like I caught that, and I was like, well, you know, John Waters, you know, very, very educated in films, but decides to make films like this.
Yeah. He decides to do whatever he wants. It's just
not my thing. We're almost at that period of John Waters that I truly love and appreciate, but like I get what he's doing. It's just not for me.
So, Joe, I disagree with you. I mean, I don't love this movie. I'll say this movie is a fun watch.
More fun than Multiple Maniacs.
Yes. This is where, like I said, Multiple Maniacs was like an early John Waters, and he starts getting to the groove.
More fun than Pink Flamingos.
Yeah, I mean, you appreciate Pink Flamingos for being trash, and they go for being trash.
I mean, they go full bore.
Yeah. I mean, Egg Lady, you know.
Whatever, man.
Edith, the Egg Lady. So, yeah, I enjoyed it a little bit more. I enjoyed the crazy cartoon character. I like the Dexter character. He's just like kind of like hanging out like stores and just randomly stomping on women's feet.
Yeah.
It's just some weird stuff going on like that. Like Bobo is I love how he's like supposed to be this big, you know, tough guy,
and he just gets beat up every time you see him.
Yes.
And then he gets shot at the end.
Yes, it's. And I think Divine does a really good performance here.
I think that's a highlight. Divine's performance is really good.
Yes.
Compared to most of the other main characters, like it makes you sit there and go, you know, Divine could really like pull off some bigger roles.
Yeah, and she does
in more higher budget films.
And she does in Hairspray.
Sadly,
she could not live long enough to. She died like the year of Hairspray.
This movie shows a little bit more of Divine's range, and she is such a sympathetic character in this film.
Yes.
So
and you root for her.
Yeah.
Because everyone else
that is a big positive. I will give it that.
And because Elmer is just a piece of shit. I mean, the dude lays in bed with his shoes on. Who does that?
Yeah, and just like immediately farts all night long. Apparently, it's just like I don't know.
That's an Odorama thing, probably.
And then like gets up early and he's like, "Why isn't my breakfast ready? You're not fixing my breakfast. I guess I'll have to make my own cereal."
Also, I love how like in the beginning when she's making dinner for them or whatever, and they have dinner, and it's like I gotta go to bed early. because I got work to do the next morning. And it's like fucking daylight. And you're just like, what? How early do you have to go to bed? Or is that just saying like, oh, it's probably like, I don't want to be around you.
That's probably
also,
what
he's
it
like,
is.
he did a whole thing, like, he orders the pizzas for her.
Yeah.
Like, real low. Like,
He drives around with the loudspeaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, she could eat a whole cake or whatever. Like, oh my god, this guy, I hope he gets beat up. And then you get Tab Hunter, and I hope he's the knight in shining armor.
Nah, he's your Rob Lowe from Tommy Boy.
Oh my god. Oh, good pull there. That's very accurate.
Yeah.
Stays in the family.
Yeah.
And then ends in violence and super dark, and you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
But Joe, I think I don't have to ask you. Buy, rent, or skip?
It's closer to Rent than Multiple Maniacs.
Okay.
Still skip.
Well, you know what?
I can't wait until like the later John Waters movies make it to Criterion Collection. Like, it'll be a bizarre.
You'll be like, oh my god, I can't wait to see Pecker.
Yeah, well, yeah, Pecker's good, but like, imagine that box set from Multiple Maniacs to Hairspray and like Cry Baby.
Yeah.
Or Serial Mom.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. I'm gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna say bye.
Jesus Christ.
It's a fun movie. It's a fun little independent movie. It's fun. It's silly. It has enough heart to make you want to connect to it.
You know,
It's just outrageous. It's not outrageous in the sense of Pink Flamingos where it's just shock value. It's outrageous in characters and outrageous in dialogue, outrageous in... It's just goofy. It's like a cartoon.
I had flashbacks to I Was a Teenage Zombie while watching this movie.
No! It ain't that bad. They're not dry and wooden.
Mm.
They overact, if anything.
Yeah, they do.
Oh no! A Teenage Zombie was so boring and drag. This one, at least, this had to keep you somewhat entertained, just like in the stupidity of it.
Sure.
Compared to Teenage Zombie.
Oh no, nothing is as bad as that. But I was having flashbacks in certain scenes.
Teenage Zombie.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comment section below what you think about Polyester. What's another? I think the only other John Waters movie we have not done on Criterion is Female Trouble.
Yep.
And I own it, so we'll do it eventually. But suggest it. Please suggest it so we can get Joe. Do you just want to pull it off like a Band-Aid? Here's a question, Joe. Would you rather do a John Waters movie or a Wes Anderson movie? Stumped you there.
Tune in next time.
Yeah, stumped you there. Let us know in the comment section below. Speaking of Teenage Zombie, we did that for our Halloween month, October. Another October is coming around, so we need 5 movies. We're doing 5 movies, 5 weeks, 5 movies. Let us know. Suggest them. So this is a lot of horror movies we have not done yet.
That's true.
Let us know, like Vampire, Uninvited, whole litany of them that we have not done. We haven't done a lot. We've only done Cronus. We haven't done Pan's Labyrinth or Devil's Backbone for Del Toro. A lot of suggestions that you guys can do. Just suggest it. Yeah.
Yeah. And see what we already did.
Yeah.
Because
we thought we did Rosemary's Baby. We checked. We didn't do Rosemary's Baby. So
we weren't sure. I think that was the thing.
Yeah. But let us know in the comment section below. Share the video.
Yep.
Subscribe. All that stuff. You know, make this channel bigger and more. The bigger it is, the more Criterion you get.
Of course.
The better quality Criterion you get. The more options we get. The more suggestions we get. The more everything we get. The more conversation pieces we get.
Okay. Yeah. You started scaring me for a second.
Yeah.
Thought you were possessed. Thought you were about to stomp on my foot. Ow.
There. Why'd you sell it like Christopher Walken? Ow. So, till next time, I'm Wade.
And I'm still Joe.
And we'll see you later.